All right, we're back with Eric Eaks, Director of Fine Arts for College Station ISD. In this segment, we're going to be talking about central office, or where the business office is, transportation, that kind of stuff. And as a music teacher, as an orchestra teacher, what should you know about central office? Are there any people in central office that you should know pretty well? How do you find out procedures about how to do certain things with, transportation, business office, whatever, in central office, that kind of stuff?
Sure. Well, I think probably every central office at every school district is probably set up a little bit differently. But I would for sure know the fine arts director if you have one. Know some folks, in the business office, especially people that might be handling, your budget. Sometimes your budget might be handled at the campus level. Sometimes it might be handled at the central office level. Just know who handles what, so that when you have those kinds of questions, you can quickly and easily go to them. You mentioned buses and transportation. Probably every district probably does this a little bit different too, but just make sure that you know the procedure of how to order a school bus. Sometimes that might be through your fine arts director. Sometimes that might be either on your own with access to whatever software system the district might be using, or it may be handled at the campus level too. And just don't be afraid to ask questions. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But know your fine arts director for sure. Know your business office staff well, at least for sure those that typically handle your budget when it comes to spending and travel and those kinds of things.
Since coming from the classroom and going to central office, I guess what are the differences in sort of that job? Did you notice anything different?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's a lot of things that are much different. I mean, just outside of the kid factor, you're not there with the kids, every single day, which is something that I think most administrators probably desperately miss. But I've definitely learned a great deal about school finance and how school districts are funded. Whether it's via federal funding or via state funding, I've definitely learned a lot about that. I have learned the value of patience and that things take time and things don't move as fast as I wish that they would. That was one of the frustrating things that I always had a hard time with at the campus level is I was expecting things to be instant and fast, and you just swipe a credit card and and that's it. But when it comes to school finance and big business and all that, it just takes time, and there's steps and there's procedures, and those steps and procedures are put in place, for a very logical and thoughtful reason. But I've just learned that it just takes time. So just be patient, with those folks, because I can almost always guarantee you that they're moving about as fast as they possibly can.
I guess if you had it set up to where things move too quickly, there'd be a lot of mistakes made, and
could be lots of mistakes.
We're talking about taxpayer money,
overspending, right? Yes, yeah. We have to be very, very careful and just do a lot of due diligence with our taxpayer money, and so that's why there's lots of steps. That's why there's lots of approvals. That's why there's lots of systems in place to ensure that we are spending money accurately, correctly, and thoughtfully.
Okay, great advice. Just slow down, be patient, and understand that they're doing what they have to do.